What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Cleveland Browns franchise here on Madden 26. Today, we have maybe our most important episode of the entire year 3 because we take on the Denver Broncos in game 1 of today's doubleheader. And why is that important, you may be asking? Because this game is basically for the number 1 seed in the AFC. We've been battling with the Broncos basically all year. They've won a game, we've won a game. They've won a game, we've won a game. We can't really separate ourselves from them until last episode when we won a game and they lost a game. We catapult ahead of them, we jump ahead, and now we are the 1 seed. So if we want to keep that spot, we got to beat the Broncos here. That'll create a 2-game gap between us and give us a little bit of breathing room so that in case we were to lose a game later down the line in the next couple of weeks, the Broncos won't immediately catch us back up and pass us. So it's a massive game, a very important game. It's also important because we got to see how good this team is against the big time teams. If the Broncos are going to be this good and they're going to be a playoff contender, a Super Bowl contender, how do we match up against them? Let's find out. If you go to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me get to that mark, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the Juice Club. But let's get into the episode. Take on the Broncos. We also play the Ravens in the second game, but the Ravens are not very good this year, so we shouldn't have too much problem with that. But they are the Ravens at the end of the day, and they always give us problems, so we'll see what happens there. But this is the game that we care about the most. The Denver Broncos, we got to get it done. We actually only have one more episode after this in the regular season because this is week 15 and week 16, and the next episode is week 17 and 18, and then we've got postseason action. So only 2 episodes, including this one, left to go in year 3's regular season. This one's flying by. But if we go over here to the standings, you can see we are the only team, the first team, I should say, to have won the division and clinched a playoff spot. We are in. We have clinched the division. We are playing in the playoffs no matter what. We can lose the rest of our games, but we will still play for the playoffs and play in the playoffs because we've won the division, because the rest of the division, Steelers, Bengals, Ravens, have all been bad this year, which is really weird. I did not expect the division to be this easy this year, especially with the Ravens winning 15 games last year. I did not expect this to happen. But there you can see the Broncos in the AFC West as the number 2 seed. They're 10-3, we're 11-2. I think if we win this game, we'll be 12-2. They'll be 10-4. That should lock up the conference. No, I guess if we lose the rest of our games after that, we'd be 12-5, right? Yeah, 12-5, and then they would be 13-4. So they could pass us still. I guess there's a chance. But I'm hoping that's not the case. Now, I did see a comment about, because I had asked about what we were going to do with Jerry Jeudy. I did see a comment about possibly trading him. I think it was the real MK, so shout out to you for suggesting this, that we trade Jerry Jeudy and then have Miguel Perez and Velasco start more. Perez in the slot and then Velasco's the number 2. And that's probably what we'll end up doing, but I don't think I'm going to do it right now. What I am going to do is go into the weekly strategies and start working on this. So if we get anything happening, I'll bring you back in. If not, then I'll see you in that very important Bronco game. We just got the craziest dev trade upgrade I've ever seen in my life. This is Christian Dickinson right now. I just did the offensive line training with him, and he went up from superstar to X. We have an X Factor offensive lineman on this team now. This dude has skyrocketed more than I've ever seen anybody. He was a normal dev sub 70 overall. He was like a 68 or 66 or something like that. And he's gone up now to a mid 80s X Factor from normal dev low or high 60s. This dude is a home run talent. And we have an X Factor offensive lineman. When's the last time you could say that? This is insane. We now have a superstar X Factor, Christian Dickinson. Like I said in the little clip where I showed you he won it, or he earned it, this guy went from normal dev in the low or the high 60s. He was like a 66 or something like that when we drafted him. I can't remember exactly what he was, but he was not a very big time overall normal dev. He was kind of just we thought at the time he was a missed pick. But this dude, against all odds, has turned himself into one of the best offensive linemen in football. He's ranked number 9 right now at right tackle. He's got tremendous pass block. At least his overall ratings are pretty good. He does have a low pass block power, but his entire pass block power is pass block and run block power is pretty low. So he's more of a finesse type of guy. But still, he is phenomenal. And I've rarely, if ever, had an X Factor offensive lineman. I cannot believe he just went into X Factor just like that. It is so awesome. I can't even begin to explain how awesome that is. So now that we have him, all we got to do is get through this game against the Denver Broncos. I should probably, before we go, I should probably check to see what abilities he's got put on. Because right now, we only have Yak him up. So if I put abilities on him, does that mean they're going to get activated? I don't know how that works. So right now, he's only got superstar abilities. So does he not have the ability to put X Factors? How do I activate an X Factor? I don't remember how to do that. He's very disciplined. Let's activate that trait. That's the only trait he can have? Okay. How do I do this? I don't remember how to activate a dev trait. Or how to activate an X Factor. Do I have to generate the best lineup? Is that what I have to do? Let's try that. Oh, I can't do it from here, apparently. Reorder the best depth chart. Does that mean I can activate it now? No, I can't activate it. How do I activate an X Factor? I don't remember how to do that. I thought that when he just had it, it just activated. Do I have to change the scheme, maybe? We're in a 72% scheme. We can go to a spread, I guess. Maybe that'll work. No, it's still not activated. I don't know. Let me know down below in the comments if you can help me out how to figure out how to activate an X Factor. I thought it just activated once you had it on the team, but apparently it's not there. So I have no idea. But now that I reordered the depth chart, I need to make sure that Treylon Burks is no longer in the slot receiver role. Okay, so he's still backing up Eddie Velasco. That's perfect. That's what I wanted. So we need to win this game against the Denver Broncos. It really doesn't get much bigger than this in the regular season, at least. So we go to Mile High. I think this game could go well, but I mean, Denver's 10-3. They're doing something right. But we did beat the Raiders, who were pretty good when we played them, and we beat them pretty easily. I don't know. This is going to be a weird game, but I hope it goes our way.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Denver Broncos. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys are in the midst of a great run, only one loss in their last 10 games. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys coming off their byes, so they should be fresh and ready to get after it.
Here we go from Mile High, Denver and Cleveland. I mean, to the two best teams pretty much by far in the AFC this year, and they take each other on late in the season. There's only a few more games left to go. But here comes Julian Enriquez. He's having a really good year. I was looking at his stats before I started the video. He had 2,400 yards last year, I think is what it was. We've really started to pass the ball a lot this season. As Jason Taylor, or Jonathan, not Jason Taylor. That's a defensive end. Jonathan Taylor breaks a tackle, gets 30 yards on the first carry of the game. I knew Jonathan Taylor was going to be a freak. Why do you think we signed him in the first place? I'm really glad the Colts let him go because that's a huge pickup. But what I was saying was Enriquez has really stepped into his own in this second season. He had a good rookie year, but we were really careful, careful with how we were throwing the ball with him, and we still ended up throwing a few interceptions. I think I threw 11 interceptions last year. We were still pretty consistent in throwing picks, because that's just what I do. I just throw picks. But this year, now that the ratings are a little bit more consistent, they're a little higher, we've actually had more confidence throwing the football, and we have really good receivers, so it makes that helps a lot, obviously. And the offensive line's pretty good. I mean, this team in general is just really, really good. And having a quarterback that I believe in is a good sign. That helps in that. So I like having Enriquez have his ratings pretty high. And speaking of having ratings pretty high, Harold Fannin, he's having a pretty good year. Harold Fannin has been a good number one tight end. He's probably going to get passed up on by Conrad Scholes next year, I would think. I mean, they're both 80 overall. And Conrad's got the star depth, so I would assume he's just going to naturally progress higher than Fannin. But having Fannin on this team is not a bad thing at all. I am very happy with that as he takes that in for our first touchdown of the game. And Enriquez, I've thrown more touchdowns this year, for sure. I think I've gotten maybe, oh, Jesus, Jack Sawyer. I think I've gotten maybe 12, 13 more touchdowns this year than I had all of last year. And we still have a few more games to go. And speaking of having a good year, Bo Nix, 3,000 yards. He's having a phenomenal year. No wonder they're 10-3. But can they compete with this Browns defensive line? Because we've made some people really hurt the past couple of weeks. We have really put the pain on some of these quarterbacks slash running backs slash receivers, offensive linemen, everybody. Patriots killed the Commanders, by the way. That's a handout to the running back, and that's J.K. Dobbins, actually. J.K. Dobbins has it, and he almost got a first down. He probably should have had a first down there. I don't know really why he didn't get the first down. This is going to be a QB sneak, right? Is it not? It is a QB sneak, and Bo's knee was down, or I guess not. I'm not going to review it, because every time I review a QB sneak like that, it just gives the first down to the quarterback, regardless of if it's clearly not a first down or not, so I'm just going to let that ride. He can have the first down if he wants it. There's no use challenging it. I'm just going to lose it anyway. And yes, they still do have Sean Payton technically as their head coach, but obviously Sean Payton is not in the game. He doesn't have didn't give his rights to the thing like Bill Belichick back in the day. So he's replaced by, I forget what that guy's name is. He was the model for the Patriots coach, obviously, for a few years. What is his name? I remember Chad Masters. They had Chad Masters back in the day for Belichick, but I can't remember. Is it Peter Gaffney? Is that what his name is? Sounds familiar. It might be something Gaffney. But he's the stand-in for coaches who didn't give their likeness to the Coaches Association or something like that. Whatever handles all of the image and likeness stuff for professionals in the NFL and stuff. I know the PA does the stuff for the players, obviously. Myles Garrett trying to get at number 11 on the sack list. Could not catch Bo Nix, but Bo Nix throws it away, and that will be a turnover or not a turnover, but a punt for the Broncos. I really want Myles Garrett to have a huge season. He's got 10 sacks. This is his best year, I think, of the franchise. He's having a pretty solid year, and I just want that to continue, but I just keep screwing up when I have opportunities to sack the quarterback. That's more of a me problem, though. Handoff to Jonathan Taylor, and he's going nowhere. I do like the idea of possibly trading Jerry Jeudy. I think that's probably... I pressed the wrong button. Thank God it was an interception. I got mixed up on who the receiver or the route was. I'm really happy that wasn't a pick, because that was super annoying that I pressed the wrong button there. I wanted triangle when I pressed square because I got confused on who was running which route. But I really do like the idea of trading Jerry Jeudy, and that's a bad throw. And I got a pass interference. That ball was uncatchable. You can't call that pass interference. But I got it anyway. Oh, that's a really bailed call. I will take it, though. I'm not going to complain about getting bailed out on a 3rd and 10, especially when the ball was so badly thrown by Enriquez. But that's not a penalty. That ball was uncatchable. And Devontae Smith can't even catch it. One guy that I can usually rely on to catch everything drops that one there. But yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to wait till the end of the season after we've hopefully won a 2nd Super Bowl and then trade Jerry Jeudy before the contracts come up so that we can at least get something for him. And I think we can probably get something pretty good for Jerry. He's a high overall. He's a number 1 wide receiver on a bad team, I think. He's definitely more suited to be a number 2 like he is right now with us. But if he goes to a bad team that has no number one, he could probably fit in pretty well as a number one receiver, depending on who the quarterback is, obviously. But like if we send him to the Chargers, he'd be number two behind Lad McConkey, obviously. If we send him to most teams, he'd be a number two. If we send him to Philly, he'd be number two behind AJ Brown. Carolina, he'd be behind Justin Jefferson. He'd be behind a lot of guys, basically. But Jonathan Taylor put the ball on the ground and he picked it back up himself. Jonathan Taylor's that's the one problem that we've had with Jonathan Taylor this year. He's had a fumbling problem. And maybe that's one of the reasons why the Colts didn't choose to re-sign him. Even though how spectacular he may be running the football, he does have a fumbling problem. He's fumbled like 4 times this year. That might have been the biggest reason, the biggest factor in the Colts not re-signing him in the offseason. Who knows? It's hard to say. But I think we can get, if we go for players for Jerry Jeudy, I think we can get a pretty decent haul of players. If we go for picks, we could probably get a first-round pick, maybe 2, depending. It had to be a special situation. Like if a team that we trade Jerry Jeudy to is like 1 receiver away from a Super Bowl contention, that's probably when we can get 2 first-round picks. Quinshawn, my God, that's a huge run. Just bounced off of the tackler. Or the would-be tackler. But if we send him to let's say we send him to the Broncos, for instance. The Broncos are a contending team with receiving is probably one of their bigger needs because they got, Vele, they've got Cortland Sutton. Who else do they have on this team? I don't even know. Maybe a couple of draft picks over the couple of years, but they could use a guy like Jerry Jeudy, and they're a contending Super Bowl team. So they would probably be willing to give up 2 first-round picks if it means getting a guy that will help them right away winning a championship. Tyler Algier actually has 11 rushing touchdowns this year, which is pretty crazy. But I'm not saying we're going to trade him to the Broncos. I'm just saying that's kind of a team that would be on that level because we know how good their record has been this year. Although we can't really think about it like that if we're going to wait till after the Super Bowl to trade him. If we're going to wait till the offseason to trade him, then we can't really think about it like that. And who knows who's going to be good next year. I didn't think the Ravens are going to be bad this year. And then they're 4 wins this late in the year. They've been tragically bad. It always seems to work out that we have a generationally good year, and then there's always one team that's always also having a generationally good year. You can never catch a break, can you? Are they going to get this playoff before the 2-minute warning? I don't think they will. No, they don't. So we go to the 2-minute warning. We're up 2 scores on Denver on the road. They're kind of getting punched in the mouth right now. We'll see how Bo Nix reacts to it, but it's kind of been a fairly simple 2-touchdown lead. Oh, that's a very good late delayed screen to some. I can't see who that name is. That doesn't say Evan Ingram, does it? I think that might actually. Yeah, that is Evan Ingram. Okay, I didn't realize he was number 1 on the Broncos, but all right. Oh, that's a great throw. Is that Cortland Sutton? It might be. Yeah, Cortland Sutton with the first catch of the day for him. That was a really good throw from Bo Nix. This Bronco team's good. This Bronco team is fairly good. I mean, we knew they were going to be good. They're 10 wins, 10-3. But they are running out of time here in the half, and they will get the ball to start the second half. So maybe that's what they're planning on doing. They're planning on scoring here at the end of the half. Maybe they're trying to do the double dip. 3rd and 12. They didn't call timeout, so this is going to run. Oh, now they did. Okay. I don't know why they waited until after the play was called. 3rd and 12, would they take the 3 points? I would assume that they would, obviously. You're only down 2 scores. And they're not going to need to worry about that. That's a first down and more for the Broncos. I mean, he just ran across the middle and we didn't have anybody there, so it's a little frustrating. 1st and goal, 50 seconds remain. It's a screen pass. Screen pass at this area of the field. He didn't get in. He put the ball. Was that J.K. Dobbins? He put the ball on his left hand, so when he reached out to cross the line, it crossed out of bounds first before it crossed the goal line. That's kind of hilarious. And Mike Green will get the sack on the quarterback, Bo Nix. I thought I was going to miss him, but then I rallied back and Bo couldn't speed up fast enough. So the third-year player, Mike Green, makes the play, and we are down to 14 seconds to go in the half. Denver overthrows, or Bo Nix overthrows, 11 seconds to go, and they're going to have to settle for 3. Man, what a bad end of the drive. They really let that drive get killed. I mean, obviously the sack killed them, but they had, what, from the 3? Maybe the 2? I think they even might have had it from the 1 when Dobbins went in at the end zone, or when he went out of bounds. That's a rough end of the drive for the Denver Broncos, to only come away with 3 when you're in such a good field position. So now we have 9 seconds left. Is there a world where we can get points? I doubt it. I doubt there's a world where we can get points. But I'm going to try anyway. Who's our best jump ball guy? Probably Jerry Jeudy, maybe Devontae Smith. Or we just go underneath to fan and just to get a couple yards, call a timeout, and then take the jump ball. Oh, what's going on here? Give me the right camera. There we go. There's the right camera angle. Okay, so we're just gonna chuck it and huck it and see what happens. Devontae Smith one-on-one. That ball's got a chance, and it's incomplete. Good deflection by the corner there. Was that Jahdae Barron? It might have been. And we will go to the half up 14-3. Denver will start with the football, but I like the first half. We kind of easily went down the field on them every single time we had the ball, except for obviously that last couple plays of the half, but that wasn't really, we weren't trying to go down the field as a normal offense. But here comes the halftime report. It's Bengals and Lions. Okay, this is actually a relevant game because the Bengals are in our division. And it's going to be a Joe Burrow, what is that, an 80-yard touchdown pass, 90-yard touchdown pass? That's crazy.
It works. This is going to wind up as an 80.
Joe Burrow, 379 and 4 touchdowns. They kill the Lions. Lions actually having a pretty solid year.
The Bengals keep their playoff hopes alive. They move back to 500.
That game technically doesn't matter to us because we've already clinched the division, but it's still nice to see division rivals get highlights. I wish they would have lost that game. This is an insane highlight. What is happening here? He broke a tackle. He spun. He juked. He broke another tackle. How did you score that? Spellman just, he's pulling out the whoop and the whoop. I don't know how that was even possible, but he did it. The highlights that they show in these clips in the halftime show are absurd. The 10-win Dallas Cowboys. Okay, so some competition in the NFC side of things. It's going to be a Jackson Dart highlight. Firing it to, that's not Malik Neighbors. I'm not sure who that is, but he scores the touchdown 30-14. Oh, it's Lafferty. Okay. One of the rookies, or one of the draft picks recently. He's a big dude. He got some huge arms. Oh, here's the AFC playoff picture. We've already clinched. We're the only team to clinch a playoff spot because we won the division. We just got to lock up the 1 seed with a big win here. I don't know if it is Jahdae Barron, by the way. I don't think this technically gets us the division if we win this game, but it's going to help us, obviously. They're going to be 10-4. We're going to be 11-2 or 12-2. That's certainly going to help us out. I'd love to have the division. I would love to have the division and the conference. So we will send the ball back to Denver to start the second half. Corey Bohor, Kez, will send the ball to start the half. And if our defense can play like we played the first half, we're going to win this game pretty easily. Here comes Bo Nix and the offense. Garrett has been getting some pressure on the tackles. He's swapped from the left side and the right side every once in a while, and he's been getting some fair amount of pressure. That's not a good start, though. That's Tyler Algier getting a big run. I don't like that. Not one bit. We got to play a little bit better run defense. They're going to motion Vele and then hand it off to Algier, and Schlesinger that time is in there. Only a gain of 1. That's a much better run defense than the previous play. Can Myles Garrett get the sack on Bo Nix? Not if he's getting the ball away that quickly. That's a good catch from Cortland Sutton, but it's only a few yards. 3rd down and 6 now for Denver. They don't want to waste this first drive. You got to start hot in the second half if you want to try to win this game. Myles Garrett getting held. I can't do anything about it, and that's Evan Ingram, 1st down, Denver. I was getting held like crazy with Myles Garrett. I mean, he literally was hugging me. That's how much he was holding. So, not much I could do about that. And then Cole Bishop wasn't playing tight enough coverage on the receiver there. That's an overthrow. I'm glad that wasn't a pass interference call. But that was an overthrow. Bo Nix has had a couple of those today. A lot of CPU quarterbacks have had those recently. Kind of interesting. Mason Graham trying to get there. Myles Garrett will get his 11th sack of the year. I just had to not user him, I guess. Oh, and he's hitting a little... Okay. Okay, Miles. I see you out here. You little Snoop Doggy Dog. 3rd and 15. Now watch, I'm going to user him, and he's not going to be able to get pressure. Oh, no, he didn't get any pressure. That's got to be picked. Oh, Denzel. That's a hospital ball, too. But Denzel didn't pick it off. And they're going to punt from the 45. Oh, this is not the right move. You got to go for this. I know it's 4th and 15, but this is a bad idea. They'll punt it in the end zone. We'll start at the 20. And here come the Browns offense. We've looked real good today. Let's continue to look good. Let's continue to look sexy. Here's Jonathan Taylor. He's had a huge day. He's only had 4 carries, but 65 yards, and a couple of those runs have been huge gashes like that one right there. He's been really bursting through that hole. Or should I say, busting through that hole. Jonathan Taylor with another big run. He almost spun off that tackle, too. He's having a killer game. He's almost to 1,000 yards. We could have 2 1,000-yard running backs this year. Quinshawn and Jonathan Taylor have a chance to reach that mark, which would be pretty awesome. It obviously isn't to the individual number that Quinshawn was, where he was at 19 last year, 1,900, but we didn't need him to do that this year. When we brought in Jonathan Taylor, he knew that his role was going to be diminished. And not a bad thing. He's still been a great player. As if Velasquez gets a natural pick there and he opens up a lot of space. Did I say Velasquez? Velasco. I always get his name wrong because I'm stupid, is why. Thank you, Velasco. I got to start being like Urban Meyer, where he just would call somebody by their number because he never could remember anybody's name. Except for JT Barrett and Tim Tebow. Those are the only 2 guys he ever remembered their name. Because they're basically like his kids. They go to Thanksgiving dinner with his family. But everybody else, you're just a number. So I got to start doing that so I don't screw up people's names. We've already taken a lot of this third quarter away. Basically the entire third quarter after we got the ball back. From the 3, 2nd and goal, and I shouldn't have ran that. That was a bad call in general. The play wasn't great. Yeah, that was never going to work, was it? And this is going to be the final play of the quarter, regardless of what happens. The snap, the fire to Velasco, and he's got an easy touchdown. That's number 2 on the season for Eddie. And we're starting to build this lead, and it might be insurmountable. Oh, look at the swag from Enriquez. Okay. I like it. Julian's starting to feel himself a little bit as he's coming into his own in his 2nd season. 21-3, we lead on the road in the 4th quarter at Mile High in Denver. I mean, this is going about as well as I could have ever wanted or predicted or asked for. This is fantastic. We are just a different team this year. Ever since that, we haven't lost since that Bengal loss. That Bengal loss just woke us up. It's kind of insane how much of a different team we have been since that Bengal loss. Because we just looked tremendously bad. Like, we didn't even look like we were the same division of football that the Bengals were. We looked like we were a high school team out there. And Bo's, he's starting to get the nerves. He's starting to get the yips. Yep. He's throwing bad balls. He's throwing balls that are uncatchable to receivers. He's got to calm down. You cannot let the nerves get to your franchise quarterback. That is an incomplete pass. Good coverage by Marlon Humphrey on Cortland Sutton there. That's tight coverage. And it's 3rd and 10. Tua looked like he's going to get the win over the Saints. That's pretty good. Good for Tua. Oh, what a throw. Was he inbounds? I might have to call this a little challenge here. Did he drag the feet? That's a good throw and a great route. I'm not sure who was supposed to cover him. Did he drag the feet? There's the catch. I mean, I guess in a video game, they're going to say that this is 2 feet down. I don't know if I'd call that, but I don't think it's worth challenging. I think we're going to lose this challenge if we try it. Oh, it's Rondale Moore, I'm assuming. Uh, I don't know if this is actually a catch or not, but in the video game, the pixels probably registered that his toes were down, so I'm not going to challenge that. I mean, I know it's not going to matter in the grand scheme if I lose a timeout with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, but I don't want to waste my time because he's just going to get that. It's just going to be completed anyway. That's a crazy good throw. It was a good route. I don't know why we left him open by 20 yards, but he was open and he made a good catch. Bo had actually a good throw. That's one of the better throws Bo's made all day. Ooh, a little screen to Evan Ingram, and I missed the hit stick or the cut stick. Let's get some pressure on Bo Nix. We know that Bo can't really handle the pressure, so let's get some on him. That's not a great throw, but it works really well. Sutton's able to carry himself for a couple of yards. And now Denver's actually starting to make themselves look like a competent offense here. Let's calm down. Let's not get crazy here. They go to the flat. It's wide open. It's Rondale Moore again. He's just faster than some of the guys we have covering, unfortunately. Let's shut this down, please. Let's not allow Denver to get anything going. Oh, that's a great route, but a bad ball just out of reach of Rondale. You got to remember, Rondale Moore's short. Rondale Moore is a short little guy, and you can't really throw a high ball to him. And Myles Garrett, don't know how I didn't get that. I ran right past Bo Nix, and I hit the square button to sack him. Didn't register, like it always does usually. That doesn't make any sense, but... Oh, that's a great route. They're really feeding Rondale Moore. It's 4th and 1. They got to go for it, right? Yeah, I was going to say. 4th and 1. We got to stop him here. This would be demoralizing for the Bronco offense if we stop him here. They're going to double Myles. He's got a lot of room up the middle. He's going to take it. Touchdown, Denver. No, not touchdown. JOK stopped them short. I don't know how I stopped. I was just kind of assuming he was going to get in there because the momentum would take him in, but JOK just stood him up, stonewalled him. I was assuming he was going to take off and run there, but I didn't know if he actually was or not, and he will throw that out of the back of the end zone. I'm telling you, Bo is not ready for this type of pressure. He cannot handle it. The pressure that we bring, he cannot handle. I thought it might have been a QB sneak there for a second. His knee was down. No, it wasn't. Not before the ball was across, I guess. And that'll increase Tyler Allgeier's season total to, I think it was 12, right? Because he had 11. 12 rushing touchdowns this season for Tyler Allgeier. And the Broncos get back 21-10. Are they going to kick the onside? They might, because there's not a lot of time left. And they will go with it. I figured that's what they would do. They will go onside. They're going to bounce it pretty well, and it just goes into the gut of Jerry Jeudy. It went the 10 yards, so if they would have gotten that, it would have been their ball. I always get nervous on onside kicks because you never know if the game's going to cheat you out of one or not. Quinshaw with a solid run, and here come the Denver timeouts. They're starting to get a little worried. They're realizing that the time is a factor. Quinshaw's over 800 yards. Jonathan Taylor's almost 800 yards himself. And there's a big first down. That's a back-breaking first down to allow from the Denver Bronco defense. Cannot allow that if you're a Denver defense or a Denver defender. Patrick Surtain hasn't been a factor. We haven't thrown the ball enough for him to become a factor. As Bashal Tutin will get rocked pretty hard, but that is all 3 timeouts used by Denver. Now all they have is the 2-minute warning / penalties or injuries that can stop the clock, but they can't control their own destiny here. As Quinshaw will get brought down, and they're going to force me to probably throw the ball here, although I probably could run it. We got Quinshaw in the game. I think I can get the blocks necessary to run this. He says, before not getting the blocks necessary to run. Oh, my God. I mean, they had 3 guys in the backfield. What kind of blocking were we doing there? I'm not going to punt this ball or kick the field goal here. I'm going to try to end it right here, right now. So, got to go for it. I could try to boost Escobar's stat total, but nah, we're going for the kill. We want to show the world that we are the best team in football. And Velasco is going to prove that by getting the first down. And that is the ball game. Now I'm going to keep stat padding a little bit. I'm not going to kneel it just yet. We're going to stat pad a little bit more. Hand off to Jonathan Taylor. He's got a big first down. I mean, he's just having a crazy good game. These little just 10, 12-yard gashes he's getting are killing the Broncos. And now we're at a minute to go. Quinshawn breaks the tackle. Quinshawn Judkins down to the 4. I thought he was going to get in the end zone there. I thought he had it under 40 seconds, and now Jonathan Taylor will come back in. Does he have what it takes to get in the end zone? Handoff. Taylor fighting down to the 2. We're going to run hurry up because I don't want the accelerated clock to kill this drive. Can Jonathan Taylor get in from the 2? Snap. Handoff. Taylor. He's fighting, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Jonathan Taylor deserved that one. He's been playing such a good game. He deserved to get a touchdown. And with 21 seconds to go, we will win 28-10. That was an unnecessary touchdown. We could have just kneeled it down and won the game 21-10, but we're trying to pad stats at this point. We're already making the playoffs, so we're trying to stat pad. And I'm very curious to see if it's going to give us the conference or not. Is this win clinch us the AFC? We will find out when we simulate to the next week. I thought this game was going to be tougher, but Bo Nix really struggled. And that's the thing we found out about a lot of these quarterbacks so far this year. They have really struggled in some of the bigger moments against our defense. Now, Joe Burrow didn't, and Patrick Mahomes didn't. Those are the 2 losses that we have. But for the most part, quarterbacks this year have struggled against us, which I guess is a good sign when it comes to playing the big playoff games. And we may see this Denver team in the playoffs. That's possible. It'll be on our field, though. But there's definitely a good shout we could see the Broncos in the postseason. Another throwaway by Bo Nix. And with 7 seconds, we will have one more play to end this game. One singular play. Bo Nix in the pocket, standing, fires, and he gets wrapped up. That ball's out, actually. Somebody's got it. Offensive lineman for the Broncos has it. Mason Graham will end the game with a sack, and we will win 28-10 over the Denver Broncos. That man Enriquez played a really good game. The running backs were fantastic. Denver just could not compete. We were up 14-0 before they knew it. So, huge game, huge win. Enriquez was great as always, and that is probably the AFC Conference. Huge win, moving us to 12-2 against Denver. Now we have our final game of the season against the Ravens. So let's advance the week, but more importantly, does that clinch us the AFC Conference with that win? Did we pull away enough? Let's find out. We are not clinched just yet. Denver is in. Even with the loss, they will make the playoffs, but not yet. We have not clinched just yet. I would assume it's coming within the next game or two. And it looks like it's 3 straight division opponents. It's the Ravens, it's the Steelers, and it's the revenge game against the Bengals. Now, at that point, we might bench our starters in Week 18 because there's a chance we could be 14-2 by that point. So that might be a Shadur Sanders game. We do have a film prep thing to talk about. We don't get many of these anymore. Any of these storyline things. Let's see what we got. This is going to be about Lamar Jackson, I would assume, right? I'm seeing a team that has trouble running on early downs. Their halfback just doesn't have the skill set. I think we had this when we played the Ravens the first time because they didn't believe in the running back that they have, Rasheen Ali or whatever his name is. Music to my ears, coach. I got some aggression. I got to get out of the way. Well, that's a terrifying spot. Oh, I actually didn't skip it this time, so that's what he says. It's not that bad. I don't know why the coach would respond like that. They don't believe in their running backs. We checked their roster last time we played them, and they have a few running backs that are fine, nothing too special, but I think Ali is their starter. So they must be struggling a lot, and we beat them last game we played against them because our only 2 losses are the Chiefs and the Bengals. So we have the advantage. We're on the road at M&T Bank. We should win this game. I'm going to go and do the weekly strategy, and we are going to hopefully get more dev trade upgrades like we did with Christian Dickinson. If I can get a dev trade upgrade, I'm really trying to get a dev trade upgrade for DeJuan Jones. I want him to be my starting left tackle. I just don't know if it's going to happen. I'm trying to get a dev trade for Kyle Widmer, for Emmett Streets, for Deion Brooks. Nothing's been popping at all. And then I want X Factor for Julian Enriquez. That would be super sick. So if anything happens, like with Christian Dickinson, I'll bring you back in and tell you about it. If not, I'll see you in the Ravens game. This has been a massive episode for Dev Trade Upgrades. I was just doing with Kyle Widmer what we did with Christian Dickinson, and Kyle Widmer has gone from normal dev to star dev. That's 2 years in a row now. We've had a rookie corner that we drafted go from normal dev to star dev. Obviously, last year was Matt Marshall. Now this year it's Kyle Widmer. I'd say things are going pretty well for the dev trade upgrades. That is a huge upgrade because Widmer's already in the low 80s. He's progressing fairly well with normal dev. Now with star dev, the sky's the limit.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. On one sideline, there's the head coach of the Browns. His guys in the midst of a great run, winners of 9 of their last 10. His counterpart on the Ravens side is John Harbaugh. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak, hoping the return home can be what they need.
Here we go on the road at M&T Bank Stadium, a place that we do not have a very good history at in this series. But we're trying to take them down because this Ravens team is not the Ravens team of old, and that is a first play fumble. We blew up the kick returner, who's wearing Derrick Henry's number, obviously, at number 22, which is weird. I know Derrick Henry's not here anymore, but it's weird to see somebody else wear it. And, wow. Literally the first play of the game. That was the first snap or first downed play of the entire game. And he gets lit up. I'm not even sure who hit him. I wasn't really even paying attention. Do they have Jordan Davis? They might have Jordan Davis now, along with Matabuike, and it looks like they got some studs on this defensive line, but they're not having a very good year. They still have John Harbaugh, even though in real life, Harbaugh is now a New York Giant head coach, which is pretty crazy to think about. I think they're going to be doing pretty well with. They got Jackson Dart, Scatabo. If Neighbors can come back healthy from his ACL tear, they can be a pretty good team, especially with Harbaugh. Harbaugh's a good coach. But, I mean, 4-10, the Ravens might fire Harbaugh in this. We might be seeing Harbaugh go to a different team in this series as well. And we gave Velasco another chance. He ends up bringing that one in. So we convert the fourth down. We got to go for the throats against the Ravens. This isn't like some normal team that we play against. This is the Baltimore Ravens. This is the team that we've choked so many games, countless games. We've choked against them in this series so far. We cannot afford to lose, especially when we're having a season as good as this. We cannot afford to lose this game. So Jonathan Taylor will get in the end zone for his first touchdown of the day and the first touchdown for Cleveland. You love to see it. What a way to start. We didn't even start with the football, and yet we lead 7-0 because a huge hit stick fumble forced by the kick return team. NFL games sometimes can come down to whose special teams is better that day. And ours right now looks to be the best. It might have been Jack Sawyer. It might have been somebody else. Maybe it was Craig Woodson who hit him. I'm not 100% sure. That ball's out again! Oh my God, he had 2 fumbles. They picked it up this time. Back to, oh God, that's a horrible season for Lamar Jackson. 2,400 yards, 9 touchdowns, 9 picks. Lamar is not the same Lamar of old. That's a crazy bad season. Maybe Lamar's going to be on the way out in Baltimore. No, I'm just kidding. But back-to-back fumbles for their kick returner. That's crazy. They did get lucky and catch this one. And Myles Garrett will get his 12th sack of the year, sacking Lamar in the first play. This Ravens team is not the Ravens team from this earlier portion of the series. I don't know what has happened with them in this third season, but they are not the same team. Myles Garrett, first play defensively for the Browns, and we get a sack on Lamar, and he had no idea Myles Garrett was even behind him. That's a good tackle by JOK, and I think that might have been Marlon Humphrey in on it. Not sure. It could have been Cole Bishop. I didn't really see. I saw a 4, so that's why I thought it was one of the two. Oh, that's a bad throw from Lamar. That's a first down if he gets that to Mark Andrews. This Ravens team, man. I don't remember how bad we beat them in the first game we played, but I don't remember them being this bad. That is a rough first quarter for the Baltimore Ravens. Deion Brooks, I probably got to switch him out. I probably got to switch him out. And for the first time, we will see, as Quinshon Judkins tied for the lead in receiving touchdowns by a running back, which is pretty cool. For the first time today, even though we're up 7-0, we will see the offense in regular field position. not starting from what the Ravens 20 or whatever we started from. Look at Jonathan Taylor, man. He is getting huge gash after huge gash after huge gash. The offensive line is blocking so well, it's kind of crazy how well they're blocking. And look at now, Bashal Tutin's getting blocked. And I do want to bring up something now that Bashal Tutin got a run. It reminds me. I did end up taking out Christian Dickinson from the focus training. I mean, at this point, he's got X Factor. There's really nothing else we can do. He doesn't need that extra XP anymore because he's got the highest amount of XP you can earn. So I chose to put Bashal Tutin in that spot. Now, Bashal Tutin necessarily doesn't need any extra XP, is what I was trying to say. But I want to give him the chance to possibly pop at Superstar Dev. That'd be pretty sick. As Quinshawn will punch in, so Jonathan Taylor and Quinshawn Judkins both have a rushing touchdown today. This one could get ugly. You might not see most of the second half of this game if it's going the way that it's going right now. I mean, we are killing the Ravens. I like that we are so dominant. This feels good. It makes me happy. It makes me all warm and fuzzy inside. I like it. So many episodes I've been complaining about. Oh my god! I'm surprised he didn't fumble. So it must have been Craig Woodson who forced the fumble on the first attempt because that looked like the same type of impact. But this time he holds on, so maybe he learned. He got rocked on that third hit right there. And now the Ravens will come back out for their next drive. They're going to have to hand it off to Rasheen Ali, and he's actually got some decent blocks, and he's got it up to the 44-yard line. That's pretty good. It looked like it was going to get shut down, but they had the blocking on the outside that really opened that up for him. Good for them, I guess. Good for you. I hope you're happy and healthy. Lamar finds Mark Andrews, but it's another kind of bad ball. It made Mark break his stride to go and jump and attack the football, and it kind of slowed down the pace and slowed down his chance of getting extra yardage. They go to the flat. They find Ali. Schlesinger wraps him up, only a gain of 1. And Ali's looking a little shaken up after that one. Prince Ali. And that'll be the final play of the quarter. Ravens are down 14-0 after a single quarter of action, and they're not looking like they have any sort of hope on offense. It is looking really bleak here in Baltimore. Get there, Miles. You already have a sack today. Oh, that's a great route. You know what? Got to give him props. That was a good route. We weren't covering it very well. I brought a blitzer, so Lamar actually hit his target. Good for him, I guess. Lamar, quick throw. They find Bateman, and JOK wraps him up. All right, maybe the Ravens maybe they're just going to start a little slow. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't really the offense's fault that they went down 7-0. I mean, they can't really do much about their kick returner dropping the ball on the first hit that he takes. Lamar gets hit hard by Myles Garrett, but he holds onto the ball. We actually see Myles Garrett scramble a little bit, okay. Or we actually see Lamar Jackson scramble a little bit. They're going to motion a man, and then they're going to hand off to Ali, and he's going to get brought down by Myles Garrett and Chase Young. We're really suffocating them right now, aren't we? I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'd love another sack from Myles Garrett to activate that X factor, but it's going to be pretty difficult when Lamar's getting the ball out as quick as he is. That time, it goes out of bounds, incomplete. Didn't get feet down. I think it might have been Mark Andrews on the reception, or on the target. 3rd and 12. Myles Garrett trying to get to Lamar. That's one-on-one, and the former Raven will intercept the pass. Marlon Humphrey, where he made his name known in the NFL in M&T Bank Stadium, will come back and intercept the ball. That's what you want to see. I mean, he's probably getting booed out of the building. He's probably a villain at this point for the Baltimore fans. I mean, him and Kyle Hamilton. Not only do you leave the team, but you stay in the conference and you go to the Browns, or you stay in the division and go to the Browns. He probably got booed out of the building when he came in. I mean, it's not like we haven't played them. We played them once before the season, but that was at our place. Oh, Eddie Velasco just has enough speed to outrun number 59. I'm not sure who that is. He's got an X factor, whoever it is. Can I check to see who that is? Who is that? Isn't there a way you can check? Oh, it's Steven Green. Oh, Stephen Green from Colorado, I think is where he's from. I didn't realize he had an X Factor. That's pretty sick. He's a good player. He's either from Colorado or he's from at UCF, I think. One of the two schools. Good for him. He was a good player. I thought about possibly trading to get him, but I didn't think it was economical to make a move up to get him. But he's a good player. And now he's got X Factor. That's pretty sick for the Ravens. Hopefully he doesn't make an impact against me, though. Devontae Smith, great block from Quinshawn to pop that for a first down. If he doesn't throw that block there, that's not a first down. But Devontae gets it regardless. And we will have one final play before the 2-minute warning. Jonathan Taylor's back in. Here's the snap. Taylor's not going to get the blocks he needed on that one, and that'll be the 2-minute warning. Okay. Wish the blocks would have been a little bit better there, but can't complain too much considering the blocks have been phenomenal in this game and this season in general. And here comes Bashal again. Does Bashal have what it takes to pop a huge first down? Yes, he does. Does he have a touchdown in his way? He might! Bashal tooting to the end zone! Touchdown, Browns! All three running backs have a big-time touchdown today. Oh, and Bashal's getting jiggy with it. And Julian's feeling himself. Oh, look at him hit the cross. Oh, my God. What's the celebration here? Oh! That's a sick celebration. Do they do celebrations in the game? I've never seen that one before. That's a crazy celebration. I like that a lot. But Julian Enriquez hitting him with the crossed arms, hitting him with the... Who did that in real life? Some bum quarterback did that, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember exactly. Who hit the crossed arms? I forget. Do I get to see it, though? I want to see the crossed arms. Oh, okay, there's the salute. Oh, he hit the little Booker T action. Oh, I don't get to see the crossed arms. What's he hitting down here? This looks like a little Booker T spinneroonie action he's got going on there. And he hits him with the shrug. Oh, that might be the thumbnail. I had a thumbnail already put out, but that might be the thumbnail right there. You hitting him with a little bit of a shrug. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. And we will lead 21-0 in the first half against Baltimore. This team is legitimately one of the best teams I've ever used. I mean, we are playing the greatest football I've ever seen out of a team that I'm controlling. Little did I think we'd be playing this well. I mean, I thought we'd be good because we won the Super Bowl last year and we brought in some better talent this year to make us even better than we were last year when we won the Super Bowl. And all of our young guys were just continuing to grow. I thought we were going to be really good this year. I didn't think we'd be this dominant where we're blowing out teams by the third quarter. That usually just doesn't happen to me because I'm not good. But I'm glad this is happening. I'm happy. It makes me glad I don't have to stress every single time I load up a game. my blood pressure couldn't take it much longer. That's an unbelievable throw because he just had so much space. I don't know who that tight end is. It was Gray is what his name was. I'm not sure who that is. I'm really hoping Lamar throws another interception. I don't know why he went one-on-one in the corner of the end zone. He chose to do it. It's going to be a Lamar Jackson keep, and he's got room. Denzel Ward is the only man to stop him. Denzel can't catch him, and Lamar Jackson into the end zone. That is the threat that Lamar brings to the table. A read option quarterback keep, and Lamar had everybody fooled. I mean, he hasn't done it all game, so we didn't really even think about trying to stop him as the threat to run. I know that sounds crazy because it's Lamar Jackson we're talking about, but we were not prepared for that. And now the Ravens have some life. It took them, 12 seconds to get that touchdown? The Ravens have some life, and when I did that, adjust the depth chart, it ruined my kick returners, so I got to change that again. That is that is an annoying little touchdown that Lamar had. Nobody else, I mean, we all went to the other side of the field. We were not even predicting a run from Lamar, which is why they called it, and it worked. That's open. Devontae Smith, and he's got inches. Yep, second and inches. We got a minute 13 to go. How do we get this ball into the hands of a dynamic player for a touchdown? I don't know, but we'll toss this to Quinshawn just to be safe here. We'll call our first timeout, take a little bit of a breather. Make sure we got the right play called. Let's go underneath to Judy. That works kind of as a clear out in theory to get Jerry a lot of yards across the middle, and then we'll go with a wide drag. They're going to press up on Devontae, but I'm not going to send him on a streak because that safety's probably going to help. If I can fire that in, I don't know if that would have been caught, but I thought maybe I could get that in there and quick enough. It would have been close. 45 seconds. That's an interception. Wow, Enriquez. Sometimes he's such a good quarterback, but sometimes he'll just throw the worst ball I've ever seen in my life. It's shocking how bad some of these throws he can have. Like, his ratings are really, really good, but that ball was just awful. And it wasn't like I pulled the analog stick in the direction of the guy that I wanted to throw to. It should have been right there on him. But he just, man, sometimes he has just a really bad throw. But he's such a good quarterback, it's hard to get mad at him too much. And Lamar won't be able to get away from Mason Graham. That's a huge sack, especially because they have to use a timeout on that. That is a huge sack. And Mason Graham, I'm happy. This season has been his best season by far in this franchise. I'm happy that he's actually starting to play well. That's a touchdown if Denzel Ward can't get there. Never mind Denzel Ward not getting there. The receiver couldn't get there. And they're going to punt it back? You got 4th and 9 with 25 seconds left in the half. You're going to punt it back to me? I know that if they don't get it, then we get really good field position and I have a really easy chance at a field goal, but wow, what a punt. That's an insane punt. At the 3? All right, well, I guess we'll try to keep it away from a safety. Bashal Tootin has it. He breaks a tackle, and Bashal's got it at the 15. Do I call a timeout here? You know what? Why not? If that wouldn't have been such a productive run, I probably wouldn't have called a timeout, but we might as well see if we can make anything happen here with 11 seconds. Handoff, Quinshawn, he's got the blocks. Quinshawn Judkins to the 38. That's our final timeout. I mean, that gives Enriquez at least a chance to just huck it and see what happens. I guess that's something. Let's go double slants, and then we do hot route for Devontae Smith, and then we do hot route Jerry Jeudy. And we see which one comes down with the ball. Let's go Jerry this time. We went Devontae last game at the end of the half. Jerry caught it, but it's the end of the half. Jerry Jeudy. What a crazy good catch. Too bad it wasn't in the end zone. Still a crazy catch. He mossed the receiver. And we will lead 21-7 at half, and we start with the football because the Ravens fumbled on the first play. So, whew, wow. What an end of the half. I was just throwing it up there, and we got to remember that Jerry's got a good chance of coming down with those. The 4-10 Saints are in action against the Colts, and we're actually seeing a Colts highlight. It's obviously not Jonathan Taylor anymore. He's here in Cleveland. Sam Darnold versus Will Howard. So it looks like they switched from Riley Leonard to Will Howard, which is why we gave them the opportunity we gave them Will Howard to have this quarterback controversy, this quarterback battle to see who was better, either Leonard or Howard. It looks like maybe Will Howard is the way to go.
From there, it's off to Tampa.
The Giants and the Bucks, another Giants highlight. This time it's Jackson Dart throwing it. End zone, Malik Neighbors, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my God. That is one of the most insane catches I've ever seen. And of course, it was Malik Neighbors that made the catch. Okay, here we go. This is the game I care about. Patriots, Jets, come on. Drake, May. Show me a highlight. No, it's not Justin Fields. It's Emmanuel Cologne highlight. No. Oh, what a spin. Jets lead 14-3 at half. This is making me sick. Dontavian Wicks? I can't even. I'm going to throw up.
With that, time for a look at the playoff.
The Broncos are in the playoffs, so are the Bills. The Bills have clinched the AFC East. The Broncos have yet to clinch the West. And this game right here, that's a stupid interception. I can't believe that. This game right here might give us the conference. If we beat the Ravens with only 2 games left to go in the season, there might not be any way. I guess it depends on what the Broncos do. If the Broncos are able to win their game that they're playing, then maybe it'll go to next episode. But there's a really good chance that even if they win, there's not enough mathematical time for them to get in. Enriquez has been good other than that one interception. Judkins has been great. Jonathan Taylor's been great. Bashal Tutin's been great. The entire running back core has been great. We have a three-headed monster at running back, which is exactly what I envisioned when I signed Jonathan Taylor and traded for Bashal Tutin. I'm glad that it's actually working out the way that I thought it would. We will start the second half with the football. Let's keep dominating. Yeah, we saw this graphic already. 3 receiving touchdowns on the season for Quinshon. Let's keep going. We've been dominating first half. Let's dominate the second half. Hand off to Jonathan Taylor. He's got nobody. Jonathan Taylor with 1 block. Jonathan Taylor 1 play to the house. They can't stop the run game. Jonathan Taylor, Quinshon Judkins, and Bashal Tutin have been feasting on this Ravens defense. I mean, we got to the second level. There was 1 guy that had to be blocked, and he did. And then it was just a sprint to the house. And Jonathan Taylor is not going to lose those very often. Touchdown Cleveland, 1 play. 1 play is all it took for the Browns to score on this drive. And we go up 28-7. There's not a high chance you're going to be seeing any of the fourth quarter. If the Ravens can't do anything on their drive here, and then we go down and score again and make it 35-7, I'll probably just cut to the end of the game, because at that point, you don't need to see any more of this. It's getting ugly. Craig Woodson couldn't get the big hit stick on this kick returner. They switched kick returns, by the way. It's now number 38, not number 22. But here come the Ravens. Lamar had a good, promising drive with that read option. We'll see if they do it again, and they will. And Lamar's got room, but closes quickly. Former teammate Kyle Hamilton gets in there. It looked like he was going to have something. There was, I thought there was space. But I think that's what they got to rely on. You got to rely on Lamar Jackson's athleticism, his ability to make things happen with his legs, because that's the bread and butter right there. But they don't seem to be wanting to do that, at least not right now. And if he can get it done with his arm, I guess that's cool too. As Myles Garrett will blow him up. That's sack number 2 for him. And that's his 14th on the season. Or 13th on the season. 13th on the season. That's his 13th sack on the season. He is having a great year. And this is what I asked for. I wanted Myles Garrett at the beginning of the season. I said I wanted Myles Garrett to have a huge year. And he's having a pretty decent one, at least in our books. That is a bad decision from Lamar to throw that. Schlesinger eats him up. And he gains nothing on that one. It is a huge 3rd and 16. They are in for trouble here. Chase Young will get double teamed. Lamar's got all the time in the world. He finds a wide open guy and he holds on for the first down. Lamar had way too much time. No pressure from the defensive line there. Nobody could get off their block. Lamar had just sat in that. He could have wrote a novel in that amount of time he had in the pocket. Myles gets to him this time, but he gets it away. It's Ali. I can't believe 3rd and 16. He has that much time to find an open receiver. I think it was Mark Andrews who caught that. Oh, that's tough. Denver is leading 21-14 over the Pittsburgh Steelers right now, so they are in position to stay in the race at least. Because if they hold on for the win, they'll be 11-4. We'll be 13-2. That might still be enough of a gap to win us the conference. I really want to win it because it would be the first time in this series we've won the conference. Last year, the Ravens won it. I don't remember who won it in the first year. It might have been the Chiefs. It might have been the Ravens. I don't remember who. I don't think it was us. Because we only played in the wild card first year against the Chiefs. It could have been anybody. Maybe the Bills. Not sure. But if we're able to hold on for the conference win this year, the number 1 seed, it'll be the first time in the franchise. I can't believe that the Ravens got that 3rd down conversion. That's so brutal. Keeper with Lamar, and he's going to go nowhere. That's a flag on the Ravens. I thought it might have been a flag on me for a second for roughing Lamar, but it is going to be an illegal block in the back. It is 2nd and 16 or 3rd and 6. I'm going to go 2nd and 16. We'll accept the penalty. That way it gives us a little bit more of a cushion so that they can't just immediately kick the field goal if they wanted to, but I don't think they would anyway. That is a crazy good throw. Bateman goes out of bounds at the 34. It's 3rd and 7 now. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Lamar's got it. Lamar scrambling, running out of time, brought down by Mike Hall Jr., who's in a contract year. And the Ravens will take the field goal? What does this do for you? You're down 28-7. This is a long field goal. Tyler Loop sucks. They let the clock go to the fourth quarter. Okay. They're going to go for it now. That's the right decision. I don't know why they ever thought kicking it was the choice. This is the right choice. They're going to go one-on-one, end zone. Denzel Ward knocks it away. And the Browns will turn him over. Okay, so now that we've gotten the ball back, there's only 5 minutes to go. I will either, depending on how long this drive goes, I will either show you this drive and hopefully us scoring a touchdown at the end of it and then cut to the end of the game, or you'll see this entire fourth quarter because we control the ball the entire game, or the entire quarter. I don't know. Most likely it'll be the former, which is cutting to the end of the game. Especially if Quinshawn gets the blocks like these. We just keep on dominating on the ground. I've never seen a run game with 3 different running backs as dominant as we've been. Is Harold Fannin have a possibility of being like super butt naked right here? Oh no, they adjusted. Never mind. Go back to the run. They adjusted. They were smart. But look at Quinshawn go, man. Roquan brings him down from behind. Quinshawn's about to be 1,000 yards pretty soon. He's at 897. Jonathan Taylor's getting close. He's probably at 800 right now, or around that mark. Bashal's obviously a little farther away, but he's having a great game. He's having himself a great game. Let's go with another run, I guess. He's at 463. That's respectable for a third-string running back. To have 400-plus yards and a couple of touchdowns, he's having a great year. And Quinshawn might be able to get the job done. No, he couldn't complete the juke move to get in the end zone there. That's okay. That is okay, because we are going to go with a play action that's going to allow Eddie Velasco to get open across the middle, and we are going to throw this touchdown pass. There it is. Oh, they covered it, actually. But they didn't cover this. Devontae Smith, touchdown. And we will win this game big on the road against Baltimore. We are just a real good team this year. I am very happy with the way this team is playing. And I will see you at the end of this. That is the end of the game. We win 35-7. Absolute domination by this team on all facets. Special teams, offense, defense, domination, and we will win this game. Enriquez looked good, and next episode we have 2 games left, Steelers and Bengals. But by the time we get to that Bengal game, there might not be much on the line. We might just rest our starters in that game. There's a good chance. Big upgrade for Sampson and Dickinson, which is cool. Brandon Sampson's been a huge rookie in the guard spot, and then obviously we know how good Dickinson has been with his X-Factor development now. Such a huge thing. And now he's got another ability slot. So we can give him... He's got Unspun, Screen Protector, and Fool Me Once. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me can't get fooled again. Blockers this ability gain blocker resistance points at a faster rate. Nasty Streak probably seems like the best one, right? I mean, Run Protector is probably a good one to have. We definitely want to have, like, Pass Protector... Edge Protector is probably a big one. Secure Protector. Those are the ones that we want to have. Puller Elite might even be a big one. But for right now, I think Run Protector is going to be one. Screen is definitely going to be one because we do throw a lot of screens to the right side of the field. And then Unspun, I should probably just give him Nasty Streak instead of Unspun. So those will be his 3 superstar abilities. I don't know how to activate an offensive line. Is there even an offensive line X Factor? Is that even a thing? I guess I didn't think about that. There might not even be a thing for offensive line X Factors, like an actual X Factor ability. I never thought about that until just now, so maybe that's why we can't activate it. Let's go to the press conference because we dominated the Ravens. Great win. Seems like you had a clear game plan out there. We did. We knew we could get them in a 3rd and long. We did get them in a 3rd and longs, and Carson Sweatshirt gets 1,000 XP. Good job, Carson. I appreciate that. It was well-deserved win all around. This is for the fans. Praise the front office. You know what? Let's go for the fans on this one. So the fans get a +5 approval increase, I guess. That's cool. But now we simulate to the final 2 games of the regular season. But more importantly, are we division or conference champs? Do we secure the 1 seed and home playoffs? Let's go find out. Not yet. Not just yet. There's only 3 teams that are contenders out of the AFC this year. It's us, the Broncos, and the Bills. Every other team is either under 500 or 8-7, like the Raiders and Titans are. It's a really, really weird conference because last year the AFC conference was loaded with talent. Like all of the teams were having great years. But this year, it is us, the Broncos, and the Bills. But we will definitely, by the time the Steelers game comes around next episode, TJ Watt's injured, by the way. That's huge. By the time the Steeler game comes around next episode and we play that, that'll only give us 1 game left. And if we win it, even though if the Broncos or Bills win their game, there won't be enough games to come back. So we will clinch the division and home field playoffs, or home field advantage through the playoffs, if we are to win the Steeler game. So next episode's got a lot riding on it. The first game has a lot riding on it at least, and then the Bengal game really just for revenge. But even then, if we have the 1 seed locked up, home field advantage, a bye, I might not want to risk Enriquez or Devontae Smith or Myles Garrett or anything like that getting hurt, so we might just play the backups. A lot of stuff happening in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, though. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Just Go. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.